Okay, so what is up guys, no? Prostrader is back at it again for another Bitcoin update. So ngayon, nandito tayo ngayon sa ating 15-minute charts, okay? This 15-minute chart, so very short term. So yeah, kung makikita natin, sa mga nakaraan nating videos, hindi ko alam kung update ko ba to. But kung sinusubaybayan nyo, so alam nyo na yung explanation nito. So ngayon, nakakita tayo dito this weekend ng descending triangle, no? So yan yung descending triangle na sinasabi natin. Kinuha natin yung target niya by doing that, and then ibabalik natin sa potential breakdown point. So nahit naman yung target natin at around this 60.2, 60.1k area, no? So right after niya ma-hit yan, nagka-fake out muna, and then tsaka niya hinit. So after hitting the target, gumawa siya nitong inverted head and shoulders, so which is kaninang madaling araw lang yan. So ngayon na-hit na niya yung target. So currently, this is the shoulder, head and shoulder. So target niya is around 61.3k. So na-hit naman niya. So yan, ngayon is currently meron siyang ginagawang mga kakaibang movements. So kung titingnan niyo tong kandila na to, this specific candle is a shooting star or falling star. Basta meron siyang rejection sa taas with a big volume. So that is a bearish candle for me, in my honest opinion. So upon trying to recover with a doji, maliit lang yung volume. So itong current candle natin, medyo maliit pa rin yung volume. Almost wala pang volume. Pero again, this is a for the 15-minute time frame, very short term. So dito sa ating EMA 200, nag-act as good resistance siya. Yan pulang line na yan. So that is the EMA 200 dito sa time frame na to. Okay, so siguro enough of that. Dito na tayo sa hourly time frame. Medyo magulo na yung ating chart dito, pero yun nga, this double bottom pattern is invalidated. So bakit? So diba, nagtatry siya mag-breakout pero nag-fail siya. And instead, gumawa siya ng isa pang swing low. So this would be invalidated. So itong ating head and shoulders is na-hit yung target niyan. So ano yung possible scenario dito ngayon? So possible scenario would be something like a triple bottom, we can say. That this could be a triple bottom pattern, no? Pwede yan, possible scenario. If this is a triple bottom pattern, so pwede natin kunin yung kanyang resistance as this area, since meron siya ditong resistance, and then ganyan, then ganyan, possible yan. And then, paano kukunin yung target natin? Siguro para conservative, right around this area, and then bam, lagyan natin sa breakout point. Pwede natin yan, makabalik tayo ng 63.3k area if this will play out. Pero yun nga, dito sa hourly time frame is nag-act as good resistance itong EMA 200 natin, di ba? Bam! Nakikita natin yung rejection sa ating EMA 200 dito sa 1 hour time frame. Pero di ba may sinabi tayo kanina ng potential triple bottom pattern. So ano yung pwede mag-trigger sa kanya to break above and hit the target around 63.2k na sinabi natin kanina. No? So yan, makikita nyo, still we are making constant low and then lower low and then lower low dito kay RSI, pero dito sa price action, pero dito kay RSI we are still in this we can say the potential bullish divergence. Okay, so makakita tayo dito ng low, another low, and another lower low, diba? So that is still a bullish divergence in my honest opinion. Okay, so makikita din naman natin dito, tingnan ko lang, check ko lang kung tama, pero wala nakasaad dito sa aking kalatas kung anong tawag dito, pero yan, this is a bullish divergence, no? So meron tayo sinabi kayo ng potential triple bottom, yan, right around this area. Medyo mahaba lang yung isang bottom, pero yan, target niya would be up to the 62.3k measured move. Pwede yan, possible siya mag-play out in my opinion, but again, we need to have a volume around the 63.2k area. Okay? So, yan. That's it for the hourly time frame. So, lipat mo tayo sa 4-hour time frame, which is medyo magulo na yung chart ko dito, di ba? So, ito na. So, dito muna tayo sa RSI kasi na-hit na yung target ito. So, di ba, kung kasali kayo sa Telegram channel natin. Kung nakasubscribe kayo doon, sinend ko itong potential head and shoulders dito sa 4-hour RSI. So target niya is around this 40 or 39.64. So na-hit naman niya, even exceeded, di ba? Ngayon, it looks like it will retest this support line to confirm it as a new resistance. Okay? So ngayon, di ba meron tayo ditong red na head and shoulders. So ito, yan, yung red na yan, red pattern. So hindi pa niya na-hit yung target natin at 57.5K. So still, this is not yet invalidated. So this is a normal movement for me. So again, meron pa tayo ditong pink na rising wedge, which is ito. Ayan, rising wedge na yan. So target niya will be, it's at the bottom, around the 46.7, or para conservative, we can target to the 54.1K or 53.5K area. So yan, mga areas to watch are the support levels. No, so that said, dito sa ating 4-hour time frame, nakedly or walang mga guhit ko, we can see that EMA 20 in this 4-hour time frame is confirmed as a new resistance. Dito, EMA 50, yung green line, confirmed as a new resistance. So currently, upon testing or upon retesting the EMA 50, almost confirmed na sila ni EMA 20. It looks like the candlesticks are getting rejected again with the confluences ni EMA 50 at ni EMA 20. So we can expect that this area now, around the 61.3K, may act as a good resistance since may almost confluent na nga sila. So next target natin, if ma-reject tayo ng tuluyan dito, is i-test natin si EMA 100. Okay? So upon trying to recover, wala tayong nakitang impressive volume, di ba? 1 hour left, and syempre marami pa naman pwedeng mangyari sa isang oras, pero yun nga, upon trying to recover, wala tayong nakitang recovery volume, which is kung makaka-recover sana, gusto natin makakita ng mas malaking volume dito sa recent candle just to confirm a recovery. Pero yun nga, as of now, wala pa rin and decreasing pa rin yung kanyang volume upon while the price is going high. So dito nakita natin itong bababam, red candles, and then increasing red volume. So that is a bearish move. Okay, so upon dito naman sa ating chart wise, mayroon ulit tayong bagong pattern na nakikita. 'Di ba? So nakita natin tong green na bagong mas malaking head and shoulder. So ito, shoulder, head and shoulder. So neckline or the support area would be around the 60K. So that makes sense since 60K should play as or should act as a good psychological support and resistance area since it is a whole number. So we pwede ma-invalidate tong ating head and shoulders na to if mag-swing higher yung ating last shoulder dito sa ating head. Pero as of now, di pa naman niya ginagawa yan. So let us not get ahead over ourselves. Okay? So ito, target nito ang ating green head and shoulders would be right around the 53.5K area, which is one of the conservative targets of our pink rising wedge. So tingnan natin, no? Possible na kasi mag-drop ito o baba. So bakit? So mamaya, sige, sabihin natin siguro sa higher time frames. Okay, so yan, ano pa ba mga possible na ano dito? So possible din naman na itong pattern na to could be a double bottom dito sa 4-hour time frame. Diba? So this is a bottom and then this is the second bottom. So saan yung neckline niya? So the neckline would be right around this area. Babam. Pwede yan maging double bottom, di ba? Honestly speaking, that is still a possible scenario. Pero gusto natin makakita ng increasing volume during breakout. Okay? So, ano yan target dito? So, conservatively, kunin natin at this point. Bam! Around the 62.9K area, which is almost same dito sa triple bottom natin kay 1 hour time frame. So, dito sa 1 hour time frame, meron tayong bullish divergence na potential mag-play out. So, tingnan pa rin natin. So, again, divergences is not 100% guaranteed to play out all the time. So, yan. Possible yung mga scenario na yan, around 62.9K area. Okay? So, balik ko na lang yan mamaya kasi medyo, kita nyo, medyo crowded na yung ating chart, no? Oh, ito pa pala, yellow na falling wedge natin. Since, di ba, nag-break out tayo dito or lumabas tayo sa ating resistance, without the volume needed. So, pwede natin siyang i-adjust ngayon. Honestly, pwede naman yan. So, this is not a falling wedge. So, if that is not a falling wedge, ano siya? So, that could be a, pwede natin siyang gawin ganito, a falling channel. So, if this is a falling channel, again, pwede natin siyang kunin yung target niya. Parang ganito. So, if this would break out, so if dito around 63.5K area, so around 63.2K, align pa rin dito sa triple bottom natin sa 1 hour time frame. So that is a good confluence. So if this again, yeah, so syempre we are now currently breaking out, we can say, no? So again, wala pa naman tayo nakikitang volume, possible i-retest niya dito sa mga supports na to. Wala rin tayong nakikitang bullish divergence dito sa ating RSI. So, same pa rin naman sila na low and a lower low. So, that is, again, siguro that is it for the 4-hour chart. So, lipat tayo dito sa daily. So, this is where it gets interesting. Okay, so ito 60K area natin is confluent dito sa ating blue line, which is potential rising wedge, 'di ba? Sinabi natin. So, yan. Ito yung line na yan. Bababa. Hindi ko nakahila dito. Yan, line na yan. Okay? So, that is it. That is the line. So, if we break this week or with the next coming days, so, di ba, kita nyo, possible tayo makita ng bounce kay EMA 20, which is malapit na or nasa ibabaw na siya ng ating golden ratio or above 57K. Nasa 58.2K na siya. So, di ba nga, habang tumatagal, habang nagsa-sideways tayo, umaangat ng umaangat yung ating support areas kay EMA. So, that is a good sign if we want to continue this to the upside or to the bullish side. But the problem is, hindi pa niya natetest yan kahit isang beses, di ba? Simula na nag-breakout tayo dito sa ating falling wedge dito, meron tayo dyan falling wedge. Simula na nag-breakout tayo dyan, wala pa tayong established na support galing dito kay EMAs. Dito din kay golden ratio sa Fibonacci, wala pa rin. Diba? Nag-confirm as resistance siya dito, but I think that doesn't count as a new support. But it should act as a new support since we are above it. Pero yun nga, tingnan pa rin natin. So, if hindi ito mag-support, dito, syempre, next target would be the 0.786 around the 57.2K. So, if hindi pa rin dito, this green line could act as support. So, hindi pa rin dito sa EMA 50, kung hindi pa rin dyan sa 618, which is most likely confluent na dun sa EMA 100. Okay? Yan, at some point, magko-confluent naman yung mga yan dyan. No? Magko-confluent yan at some point in time. So, ito, possible dito. Gumapang. So, yan. These are the areas to watch. Pero dito sa weekly time frame, bakit natin, 'di ba, sabi natin kanina, possible na magkaroon tayo ng medyo ano na pullback kasi dito sa weekly time frame, titingnan niyo, yun nga yung sinasabi ko sa mga last videos ko pa na ito, meron tayong potential bearish divergence na medyo malaki-laki. Okay, the volume is also decreasing, 'di ba? So, yan. Kung makikita niyo upon the rejection dito sa current candle natin, may rejection candle. Dito tayo nag-break ng all-time high, pero na-reject. And then, kita nyo yung volume upon rejecting or upon this shooting star looking candle. Mas malaki na yung volume natin sa weekly. Diba? Kung mapapansin nyo, mas malaki sa recent volumes natin. So, this may be a sign. So, 1 hour left na lang, around 8 a.m. Magsasara na yung weekly candle. So, that's it actually for me. So, this is a bearish divergence, possible pullback. Pag hindi dito sa 786, around sa 618 area kasi may potential na mag-confluent na si EMA 20 dito sa weekly kay 618 by that time. No? So, again, hindi naman yan dediretso ng isang guhit lang, but possible, pero hindi guaranteed. Okay? So, dito naman tayo sa ating CME chart. So, good to visit din to kasi yan, kung titignan nyo, may gap tayo. Dito nag-close yung kandila. No October 23 dito nag-open around 61.2K around that area. So yan, ngayon filled na siya. Honestly speaking, filled na siya, 'di ba? Upload ko na ito kanina bago simulan yung video pero ngayon filled na siya. Okay, so yan, nothing to worry about. So ano pa yung tatanong niyo, ano ba yung CME gaps? So CME gaps tend to get filled sooner rather than later. Okay? Kung titingnan nyo, meron tayong mga CME gaps. Oh, ayan, meron tayong CME gap dito, meron dyan maliliit, meron dito. So, dito sa last pump niya, meron tayong CME gap around the 34K. Merong gap sa 26 to 24K. Dito rin, 18 to 18, 19 to 18K. 17 to 17.5 to 17K. At meron din tayong gap sa 10K. So, sasabihin nyo, impossible na siya ma-fill. So, possible pa rin honestly speaking kasi kung makikita nyo yung nangyari sa Binance US na chart na pinakita ko, nagkaroon siya ng week hanggang 8.2K. So, that is still very, very possible. Okay? Huwag nyo sabihin nakakatawa kasi it happens. Hindi natin alam kung bakit nangyari yun sa Binance US. So, sige, buksan natin BTC USD, Binance US. Yan. Ito yung sinasabi kong week. Diba? So, that is still possible to play out. Kung tingnan niyo, ang laki ng week, di ba? So, yan, possible pa rin siya. Wala imposible dito sa cryptocurrency market. Okay, so if hindi nyo naiintindihan yan, so good luck. Kung gusto nyo, pataas lang ng pataas, good luck. Ang chart natin ay parang spaghetti, no? Minsan pababa, minsan pataas. Okay? So, yun lang. Start the week right. Huwag nyo kalimutan mag-note ng trades, mag-reflect kayo kung bakit kayo nagkaroon ng losing trade, kung bakit kayo nagkaroon ng winning trades. And then, yan, improve nyo lang. And then, ano pa ba? Yun lang siguro. As always, secure profits and protect your capital. Cut losses without mercy. See you sa next video update natin. So, yan. Sali kayo subscribe kayo sa Telegram channel, no? Yun lang. Let's go.